Chartemis rhyme. Chartemis rhyme. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking bad hits. Subscribe.
Oh, sword through the back of the head and in the mouth. Hey, what's up, you guys? Chartemis Prime here, doing another NECA figure review on the Pacific Rim 18-inch 1/4 scale Gipsy Danger. Thank you so much, NECA Toys, for making this review possible. If you're trying to pick up this figure, you know you can't find it at Big Bad Toy Store.
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
Like all the other 18-inch figures from NECA, the packaging is awesome. I really like the packaging a lot on this thing. See, it says features LED lights, Jaeger, Gipsy Danger. We have a picture of Gipsy Danger right here on the side over here. And then another picture of the figure on the back, and he has the blade attached. Down here at the bottom, it says 7-inch figures also available. There's the top of the packaging, not too different over there. I am excited to open this figure. I cannot wait to see. I mean, out of all the 18-inch figures to have, this character having a Jaeger is a must get for me. I'm sorry I missed out the first time that it came out, so I'm really happy to have him now, and I cannot wait to crack this thing open. I love this figure, man. This is how a Gipsy Danger figure is meant to be made. 18 inches tall, a huge behemoth of an action figure. So cool. I love everything about this thing. I guess it could use a little bit more articulation, but still, I mean, you don't want it to be overdone. I don't really need a whole lot of articulation on this guy. It just looks amazing. I love how big it is. It's perfect for Gipsy Danger. Now we have two other Gipsy Dangers. We have the regular 7-inch one over here, and then we have the battle damaged Gipsy Danger over here. I feel like this 18-inch figure is kind of a hybrid between these two, especially for the color scheme. It's not as bright as this one, not as dark as this one over here. And this guy does have some battle damage effects to him and everything too. There's some light up features on this guy. There's a lot to go over. I really like it a lot. Let's take a closer look at the accessories, and we'll take a closer look at the figure. Now this right here is not really an accessory, but the inside of the packaging, which I really like. We have some helicopters flowing over here. I guess they're in Hong Kong. And we have the docking bay for Gipsy Danger, which looks really neat. We have some water over there. It says Jaeger Bay. And we could see some of those emergency lines and everything. And along the side, it's just all dark gray and blue. Now, as far as real accessories go, Gipsy Danger only comes with these two swords. The swords that he uses in the movie, and they are not necessarily movie accurate. Same thing with the battle damaged Gipsy Danger. Now these things are huge. They're 9 inches long. The battle damaged one over here, same thing where it's not actually a smooth blade going all the way across. It has the gaps in them. I didn't really pick up on that when I reviewed the battle damaged Gipsy Danger, but I really like how this looks a lot. There's a lot more silver paint applications in this than in the battle damaged version. At this larger scale, you can really appreciate the detail in it. I really like the paint applications and the sculpt of it, and it's nice and pointy too, pretty sharp. This side has these little notches sticking up, and then this side has the bars going underneath at the bottom, and it does plug into the Gipsy Danger pretty well. On both of his forearms, he has these slots right here where you can plug in the swords, and they just plug in nicely. Just go like that. Now, because I did have one of mine break on the 7-inch version, I like to grab it closer to the base of the sword just in case anything breaks on this one too. I do not want it to break. You don't have to push it in all the way, and it looks pretty good like that. Yeah, and taking a look from farther away, that looks pretty cool. But I don't like having Gipsy Danger with both swords in his arms. I feel like he should only have one since he never had both of them out at the same time during the movie. But for those of you who really want to see it like that, there you go, both swords plugged in. I do have to mention that the edges of these swords are actually pretty sharp, so plugging them in, you feel like it's kind of digging into your skin a little bit. Feature of the figure that it does have LED lights, so if you look at the back of it over here, it does have this button, and you go ahead and push that, and then you turn it around, and bam, and he's all lit up. Look at that. So he has his headlight right over here so that he could see, and then the turbine over here lights up too. Even though it has a shining light on, you can still see there's color variations right here within the turbine. I think that is great. And then after shutting off all my lights, you can see how bright it really is. Very cool. I really like this feature a lot. Now, as you can see, for the cockpit, for the pilots, they have this clear piece of plastic over here, and then it looks like there's a piece of paper underneath there that has all the hexagons drawn on there, but they do have some paint shading in there, and it looks pretty cool. I think this is a very nice look. Now, having some kind of a metallic paint and having that all sculpted on there would have been a little bit cooler, I think, but still, it's not bad, and especially for the price point of the figure, going for 85 bucks, you know, I think this was a good choice. But I really like the paint detail on it. The sculpting work is great. A lot of detail on this thing, and we even have the Gipsy Danger girl right over there, Betty Page, it looks like. Kind of looks like Betty Page with a machine gun, looking badass. And as I had mentioned, there's some battle damage to this Gipsy Danger too. So you can see this hole right here and the silver coming out there. Then we have some scratches as we come through, like right here. This is kind of a scratch. But look at all this detail in this, man. I'm taking a really close look at this thing. We have some more emergency lines over there. Looks great. We have the 34, some more holes right over here from battle. Again, the turbine looks really cool over here. We have some pistons underneath. Looks great. And then all the gears and stuff in the joints. We have GN006. Some nice silver dry brushing right here on all these black parts. The red came out pretty clean. I like how the back of the figure looks. You can see the spine of Gipsy Danger right here. You have these vents sculpted over here. A little bit of scarring on the back over there. And there's the button as we'd seen earlier. Really like how the spine on the Jaeger looks. The hands have some really nice sculpted work on them too. I feel like they could be articulated, but they're not. One thing I noticed about this Gipsy Danger compared to the other Gipsy Dangers I have is that there's a lot more gold on them. I like seeing this gold. We have some gold right here on the elbows, and then we have some more gold pistons right here, then some more gold pistons around the crotch area. Looks cool. I like having this variation of color. Some more scratches right here on Gipsy Danger. Just a great detailed piece. Man, this thing is beautiful. Look at that. Oh, God, this is just so cool. I feel like I'm holding a custom or something. It's so well detailed, it reminds me of a custom. Look at that, all those different silver paint applications in there. Looks great. And I like this black dry brushing over here. It looks really cool too, and his big Jaeger feet. Looking awesome. Just awesome. Now, as far as articulation goes, I do not think that Gipsy Danger has the most articulation compared to other 18-inch 1/4 scale figures, but he has a reasonable amount, enough to have fun with it. So the head moves side to side, but it does get hindered by the collar a little bit. Okay, again, I'm looking down only really that much, only looks up a little bit like so. You can move his arms outward just a little bit like that, and they do rotate all the way forward. He does have elbows that bend in that far, and he also has a ball joint on the wrist, so you can move this in and out and rotate it around. He has a diaphragm joint which works great. It rotates. It has a bit of a diaphragm pivot over here, and it crunches forward and back a little bit too. So really nice diaphragm joint on this guy. The legs are pretty cool. They move outward just that much. You can get him kicking very far forward, which is really impressive. And he does have a single jointed knee that bends in that much. He does have this heel spur right here that bends over here. And his ankles move down, they move up a little bit, and he has a tiny bit of ankle pivot, not a whole lot, which is okay with me. You don't want too much of a loose joint right here, or else it's just gonna keep falling over. And then one other thing is that he does have these flaps on the back over here, which I don't really know what they're for, but you can move these up. This one kind of broke on mine, but it still works okay. So you can move these up and down if you want. I guess these are air brakes or something. And as far as him falling over, I have not had a problem with him falling down on me. This guy is just perfectly fine. He does well. He's very sturdy. And he has some weight to him too, of course. I mean, it's an 18-inch figure. He's hefty. This being a 1/4 scale figure, Gipsy Danger stands actually at about 19 inches tall. And here he is compared to a couple other 18-inch figures from NECA. We have the Mark 7 Iron Man and the Thor the Dark World Thor figure. And here's our 1/4 scale Gipsy Danger compared to our 7-inch Gipsy Danger figures over here. Yeah, he's a lot bigger than these two guys. But you can see the color differences between the three figures, you know. This guy in the middle definitely has some battle damage to him. A little bit of a darker blue compared to the first Gipsy Danger, definitely lighter than the battle damaged Gipsy Danger. This huge one is definitely my favorite out of the three. Damn, it's so cool. So I cannot sing NECA's praises enough for the work they had done to this figure. I absolutely love it. I do not know what to tell you. I love the movie. I love the Gipsy Danger. I just think this is an amazing piece. An 18-inch Gipsy Danger figure, man. I was sad that I missed out on it the first time. I'm really glad that NECA re-released it. Especially glad that NECA was able to find a review sample for me. So thank you so much. Remember, check the description below for their Facebook page. Like them. See all the updates from NECA Toys. Also, if you want to pick this up, you can pick it up at Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below. Please like the video if you liked it. Leave a comment and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Peace. Kind of like celebrating. Oh, okay.